Gopher head coach P.J. Fleck, kind enough to join us from our campus studio in Minneapolis. Coach, let's start with this weekend's spring game, scrimmage, whatever you like to call it. What can you tell us about the format that you guys will be using?
Well, it's going to be a little bit different. We only have 4 healthy linemen right now, offensive linemen. We've kind of gone through spring with 5. This past week, we went down to 4, and I think we're going to get 5 back here coming up in the next day or so. So you know, when you're talking about a scrimmage and actually playing a game, a spring game, when you only have 5 linemen, that's all you have. You've got to be able to adapt and adjust. We're going to have a running clock, 15-minute quarters, and we're going to scrimmage. Just like we normally would. We'll probably take a little bit more of a breaks in between, different things with the clock still running. We're going to do some tackling drills just to be able to, kill some time in between there. We have some fan interaction, but like I said before, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very different, very unique. It's supposed to be a beautiful day here in the Twin Cities, so we look forward to it.
When it comes to Saturday specifically, what do you ultimately want to get out of that day's practice?
Well, the big thing is it's just another opportunity for our players to compete, not against, but compete with, to adopt the new culture, to be able to have fun in front of our fans and really show what they've learned and what our offense and defense to be showcased. We're not going to you're not going to have everything that we have in offense, defense, and special teams, but for our players, it's a chance to them, really a reward at the end of spring practice is to play in the spring game in front of a tremendous crowd that'll come out and support us here in the Twin Cities and the University of Minnesota. And the other part of that is our fan experience. We want every single fan that comes is to bring their own oar. Row the boat's kind of going to be unleashed here on Saturday as well. Want them to bring their oar, and we're going to do some fun things over the years with our community's oars to be able to show that this is part of our community. It's not just our football program. It's really something that everybody can adopt, and we're there to showcase that as well.
One position I'm sure the fans will be focused on, quarterback. With the departure of Mitch Leidner, the spot is obviously open. What can you tell us about the competition to be his successor?
Well, it's ongoing. Every single day, it's ongoing. Our players are doing a tremendous job of competing, again, with each other. You look at, Connor Rhoda, you look at Demery Croft and guys we brought in, like Tanner Morgan and Seth Green. They're doing a tremendous job of competing with. The big thing we wanted our players to take out of this spring was to learn our system, learn how we practice, learn how we coach, get familiar with the things that kind of are more structurally involved in our practice schedule. But I absolutely loved how these guys adapted themselves, attacked the culture, attacked the systems, and really, I thought we made tremendous progress in leadership. Now, we've got a long way to go until we play in the fall, a long way to go, but I was very pleased with especially the quarterbacks learning the system, really sacrificing themselves in terms of doing a lot of work on their own, and they were fully committed through the spring, which as a head coach you can really appreciate.
The nature of defense simply being more reactive typically means that unit is ahead of the offense in the spring. How would you assess what you saw from your defense over the last few weeks?
Well, I'd say Rob Smith, who came from Arkansas as our defensive coordinator. I've known Rob for a lot of years. We worked together at Rutgers. We worked together with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think he's one of the best defensive minds in football. And I tell you what, I really love the way we're playing defense. We don't know our defense completely yet. We haven't mastered our defense completely yet and haven't installed everything in our defense yet. But what I love is how we play defense. And Rob Smith gets the most out of his defense. And our culture demands you bring your best every single day and then also change your best on a daily basis. But I loved how we play defense. We don't have a freshman or a sophomore defensive tackle on our roster. We have 1 junior defensive tackle, and everybody else is pretty much seniors. So we have a recruiting bubble gap that we're going to have to be able to fix over the next few years. But when you talk about where we are, we're a 4-3 defense, but you might see a little bit more of a 4-3 type scheme because I think the depth of our defense is really at linebacker. And for us to get the best 11 on the field, we're going to be able to have to adjust some of our schemes in terms of the personnel we have to match that.
Coach, I want to finish up by taking you off the football field, and this was a great picture I saw on Twitter. You were wishing the Gopher men's gymnastics team the best of luck at the Big Ten championships, and you did it in an inverted fashion. You were hanging upside down on the ring, so I want to know, how did it come about? How long did you hang there? And be honest with me, were the muscles a bit tight and sore the next day?
Well, first of all, being the head football coach at the University of Minnesota is truly an honor. I'm incredibly humbled to be here. And I think part of being a head football coach is bringing a lot of awareness to some of the sports that might not get some of the national attention. And we're ranked fifth in the country in our men's gymnastics, and they were ranked third in the Big Ten, and they're getting ready to go off. And I just wanted to come by and wish them good luck in the Big Ten championships. And I just like to do things that are a little bit different, a little bit fun. Not because I want to be that way, it's just because I am. And I saw the rings there. I'm a very competitive person. I wanted to see if I could be able to do some of the things they do. And I figured, what's something I could possibly do that really I'm not going to like kill myself somehow, some way. And I figured I can at least hold myself up on the rings. And the guys got around me, took a picture, and that was pretty much it. So, it was a lot of fun. I don't know about the soreness of the muscles. My wife keeps me working out every day, so I felt like I was confident enough to at least hang there for a little while. And then I did do a dismount, though. I did land a dismount and hit it perfectly on the way down.
He sticks it, and that's the way to finish the interview as well. Gopher head coach P.J. Fleck. Coach, truly appreciate the time. Hope you enjoy the spring game on Saturday.
I appreciate it. Keep rowing the boat and sky your mouth. Thanks a lot.